the next thing we were going to talk about was, like what would a successful season look like? Um, how good, how good do we think the? I guess I want to phrase it as like, what success would look like for FSU next year, um, and the season next year. What that kind of looks like. Defining our terms on success. Not saying anybody's gonna get fired. Just saying what if you say, okay, I feel like we moving in the right directions. This is looking pretty good. I feel pretty good about the future of the program.
Yeah. You want to go first or me?
Yeah, I can go first. I
Okay.
think it'll start with me. It's gonna start with that jewel of a running back they got. That 5-star. Well, he was like borderline 5-star they got from Georgia. If that dude's sitting at like 700 yards, 800 yards rushing, if Boggs looks like a player where he's got about 400 yards receiving and probably 4 or 5 touchdowns, and he's coming on, and I think you would need some other guys like Charles Lester from the other recruiting class to start making impacts on the roster. And I think you'll like to see a legit run game. Like I think you want the run game to get back to something that you can it can become bankable again. So, so last year it wasn't bankable. So you have to lead with something. I think if they can have a run game lead with something. So I think it'll be 8 wins. I think 8 wins would do it for me. 8 wins. And I want to see this offense get up and down the field again. I don't care if
Yes.
that's running the ball or how they do it, but I do want to see them. I want to see a more potent offense in the ACC. I'll say that. And 8 wins is legit. I think beating either Miami or Florida, I don't care which one it is, you need to beat one of them, Miami or Florida, is ideal also. And just be in every game. Just be in every game, man. You know what I'm saying? Just be in every game and win 8 games.
Yeah.
So that's what I think personally.
And it's funny that you say that because I've always been stuck on that number 8.
Right.
Like it's something about 8-4 that sounds. Well, for one, it sounds realistic.
Right.
From coming off a 2-win season. I mean, not saying that teams can't catch lightning in the bottle and you flip it all the way around, go on a run. I know it's happened before, but
Right.
history says that you're not gonna, go from 2-10 and you flip it around. Now you compete in the playoff, and you a national championship contender. But I definitely want to see the development of this offensive line under Herb Hand.
Yeah,
because he's the coach that him and Sertan are probably the ones I have the most confidence in.
right.
So, seeing him get these transfers and these guys, Mario Nash and Chasten Brown, the 4-star guys they got, seeing how they all, how that whole group develops. I mean, of course, those are transfers, 4 of them. Well, really the starting lineup is probably gonna be all transfers, pretty much,
Right.
from what it's looking like. So, have him get those guys and get them developed, and also. I think that I want to see balance from them. I want to see explosion like you. I want to see a more explosive offense. I want to see them get up on teams instead of having to fight back so much like they did last year.
Right.
But I would love to see balance. I would love to see us be able to keep defenses on their heels. Like have the threat of Castellanos not only with his legs, because of course he can make plays with his legs, but the threat of him throwing, and also getting Wardell Williams and Osain Cromar, whatever combination or committee, however they want to do it. Like the running game has to establish something this year, but that won't
Yeah.
happen to the offensive line. So the main thing with me, that offensive line getting right, being able to get up on teams. As far as the defense goes, I think that's going to take a little longer.
Yeah.
But once you get past the Alabama game, I need them to establish who they are very quickly before they play Miami.
The thing I was looking at with them on defense, I kept coming back. I was like, damn, they kind of low key kind of play some pretty good passing games. Because Clemson,
Clemson,
Bama,
yep.
Florida,
Florida,
NC State,
NC State, yeah.
and I think Carson Beck's going to be fine. So I think their offenses they throw the ball and score points a lot too. So that's like 4 or 5 pretty good offenses. I think you're gonna play. Well, Miami's kind of toss up because we don't know Beck. I think Beck's gonna be fine because I think that was the same injury that Brock Purdy had the year before. I think he had it. He got hurt in that playoff game against Philly.
Against Philly,
And
yeah.
he came back and he was pretty much okay, especially early in the season. He was fine. I think towards the end of the season, they just kind of set him because of arm fatigue. So I think Miami's passing game is going to, because I mean they throw the ball pretty good. They threw it pretty good before they even got Cam Ward. They was
Before they
throwing
got
it pretty
Cam,
good.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think they'd be pretty good throwing the football. So it's going to be about, they play some decent quarterbacks in the ACC this year. I mean, K's people talk about here a first round pick. I don't got to the place now with quarterbacks. I don't know what pick they going on more. I'm just like out of that
Yeah.
projection thing with
It's
quarterbacks. I don't know.
Russian roulette with them.
Yeah, man, I don't know anymore. So
Yeah, it's crazy that you brought the passing game because I was going to get to another point was the secondary
right.
because I think they're going to be relied on a little heavily earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm.
While this 3-3-5 comes together, they establish this line. Who's going to be the jack, and all that stuff, and all that. I think that's going to take a little longer to come along. I have a little more trust in Miles Zane and her and the offense to come out a little more on top of it.
Yeah.
So I think the safeties in the corners, they're we need them all year, of course, but I think early they're going to have to be in a position where teams are going to be probably trying to throw the rock on us pretty good. So they're probably gonna get tested a lot. Like you said, it's some good quarterbacks in the ACC that will play this year.
Yeah.
So, but with Sertan and Cooper, um, uh, with the safeties, I have a lot of confidence that they're gonna be fine. But I just think that the front seven might take a little longer to come along than the back end.
Yeah. I'm concerned about the. I guess I'm more concerned about the back end than I am about the front seven. Well, I'm concerned about the defense altogether, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
I'm talking about defense more than offense for sure.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about defense for sure. I'm gonna answer that question from Jamal in a minute. I'm gonna put a star on that. I think that's a good question. Yeah, but other than that, man, I mean, we win 8 games, but I think the more important thing is you need the younger guys on the team that you can start looking at them and feel like they're bankable for the next year, right? Because if Castellanos is playing good, that's great. If Darnell Jackson's playing good, that's great and everything. But if you don't see guys, the younger guys
They're gonna be
around
gone
them,
next year.
yeah, they ain't gonna be gone. So if you don't see the young guys around them making plays, that'll be concerning because then you're gonna feel like, are we gonna have to worry about another drop off after this? You know what I'm saying? So
that's why Boggs is gonna be key.
Yeah, like what I say, guys like Boggs, McCoy, was it McCoy, the wide receiver that they had? McCoy. I mean, that whole wide receiver unit to
Danzy,
me,
all
yeah.
boys,
I mean, you would have just like to see the wide receiver unit to take huge steps forward. And you would like to see, I mean, even if you see Cam Davis become a really good power back that doesn't lose yards and finds a way to get 3 to 4 yards every play. I mean, that to me, because he's never going to be special. I mean, I'm not trying to kill the kid. It's just, well, running backs, you see it pretty early. Like, it's not, running backs don't come out of nowhere, right? Like, you're going to see the glimpses early and often with a good running back. I mean, so, but can he become very much a serviceable starter? Not a starter, a serviceable rotational guy. You know what I'm saying? So that way you could say, hey, man, we got a legit 1-2 punch in the backfield for the next 2 years. You know what I'm saying? That'd be, that'd be big,
Yeah.
And you can recruit off of that. You can recruit off of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if you get, let's say Cam Davis and Cromar end up being the two guys that stand out this year.
Right.
So now you got back-to-back recruiting classes that you didn't hit on at the position 24 and 25.
Right.
So that might get some of these guys in 26. They're trying to get like the Derek Coopers and the Jay Lamars and all that to commit. So yeah, definitely. if Cam Davis finds it and he gets his foot on, oh, that's
Yeah,
music to my ears for
right,
sure.
right. Yeah. And so I think those guys that'd be pretty big time stuff. And then, like I said, the defensive back